Keltec is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade.
I got my 3D printed Halo gun.
What the hell is that?
My Halo gun.
Like from the video game?
Yes.
I don't really have a good frame of reference for what that thing is supposed to look like.
Good luck. Why?
That makes better sense. The compensator part doesn't make sense. Or is that a holster?
What are you doing with the high point?
It looks like one of those integrally suppressed. Who made those?
Oh, the Maxim 9 or whatever.
Maxim 9,
Everybody's fired. Everybody's fired. Everything's good to go.
No, I don't know. Keep going. Keep talking.
Why are you yelling at me? Bad people have feelings too, damn it.
Can you guys hear him okay?
Yeah.
No.
He sounds a little muffled.
Got your muffled.
Could be you stuffing your pie hole. Maybe that's what it is.
Dude, it's because some of us are hungry.
Tyler.
Yo, what's up? We're gonna talk
jiggity
about
do.
probably a bunch of bullshit.
We are.
And,
we're gonna bullshit a lot. This is the Talking Bullshit
I like it.
podcast. So welcome in to all our listeners. We're just gonna go ahead and run with it. So Leadheads, this is as you hear this, it's probably going to be about a week old because we've got several in the pipeline that we're releasing. So the one prior to this that you will have heard would have been from our good friend and author, former Green Beret. What else is it? Oh, and he's the personal bodyguard for Kid Rock, baby. Kid Rock. You guys ever heard of Kid Rock?
Never. Who's that?
Who's that fella? Never heard of him.
I think I've seen a picture of him once or twice.
Kid Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the guy that shot all that beer.
That's right. He shot some beer, the Bud Light stuff.
I believe Ton calls that tranny fluid.
Yep.
Is that what you call it? You call it tranny fluid.
Yep, I got it right next to my 10W40 in case something happens to my truck.
I love that. That is unbelievable. But anyway, Daniel Fielding was our guest. So make sure you go back, listen to that episode. It was a really good episode. It was fun. We had a good time with Dan, and we hit him with the new guy questions, and he told some Kid Rock stories. So it was pretty fun. Pretty fun show. But he's got a new book. It's called The Mindset Asset, and it's all about being positive-minded, being successful, and he uses his time in the military as a Green Beret and, of course, being a celebrity bodyguard. And he's got some fun stories, so make sure you guys go back, check that episode out. Really fun episode.
Positive.
That's right.
Just like me.
Positive. You're probably one of the most positive people I've ever met, Ton. Bar none. You are like just super always upbeat, laughing, having a good time.
Do you know how difficult it is to be around that for like 10 hours in a confined space?
That's right. You had to ride with him all the way to, where was it you guys did the shot?
New Mexico.
It was in New Mexico,
Mexico.
the Whittington Center.
Oh my gosh. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, Leadheads, is Ton did a thing. And very few people, well, he's the first to do it, I guess, on record. And we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, let's introduce our guest that we have. Joining us for our second time, ladies and gentlemen, we have Tyler Patner, and he is with Pyramyd Air. So welcome back, Tyler. Glad to have you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And then, of course, Ton Jones.
What's happening?
You know him. You love him. Can't get enough of him. Ton Jones. And Ton, I'm going to let you introduce our new guy, Jason, to the Leadheads.
This is my buddy Jason from Lucid Optics, deep in the middle of nowhere land, Wyoming.
This is true.
He has had the unfortunate pleasure of being tormented by me for many moons now, and also had the unfortunate pleasure of helping my blind ass spot hits out in the middle of the desert while I'm pulling the trigger.
You did need all the help you could get.
Damn straight.
To your defense, Ton, I mean, it was over a mile away, so there's not many people that can see targets that far away. Yeah.
Well, if you got the right gear, you can.
Oh, well, if you got the right gear, but just with the naked eye. I mean, come on, son.
And I still can't see most of it anyways. But this is Jason from Lucid Optics. He's been putting up with my crap for a while now.
Jason, welcome into the show. We're glad to have you, buddy.
Thank you.
Lucid
And he
Optics.
also hosts Ballistic Summit out there at the Whittington Center.
Okay. Ballistic Summit. We need to talk about that, so remind us to talk about the Ballistic Summit also. So we kind of buried the lead a little bit, but Ton did a world record long airgun shot, which is why we've got the gathering here of the minds and the people that were there, the witnesses, and we're going to talk about that. But again, before we do that, we've got to thank the sponsors of the Talking Lead podcast. So make sure you go and show all our sponsors the love, the glory that they deserve from your pocketbooks. You go to Mission First Tactical, and they're going to make it a little easier on you because they're going to give you discount codes. Use code LEADHEAD. You get 20% off anything at Mission First Tactical. They've got those new Acro bags, the Gray Man bags. They've got 3 in the set right now. They got the sling bag. They've got like a mid-size, and they've got like a big like 3-day pack that they have available with those new packs. They've got the belly band holsters that you guys can get. Ton, did you get a belly band?
No, I did not get a belly band.
Still hadn't got a belly band yet? They will fit all shapes and sizes is what I'm getting at. So they'll even fit Ton of Fun Jones. That's right. Adjustable, and then their new Pro Series holsters, which we're giving one away in our Talking Lead and Friends Freedom giveaway. And by the time you listening to this, it was probably wrapping up to the end of the contest. It's running to the end of September. So if you haven't entered it, you still have time if there's still some days left in September. But we did a custom holster for the Keltec P15 that's included in that. We got 3 guns we're giving away. We've got custom holsters from Mission First Tactical. We've got drinkware from Mission First Tactical. We've got gun cases from Kraken Cases. Optics from Vortex Optics for the rifle and the shotgun. We've got lights from Enforce for the rifle and the shotgun. We've got ammunition. We've got iPro, EarPro, Walker's Ear supplied the EarPro for us. Electric ATACs, awesome EarPro there. Tactical RX with the optics, with the iPro optics with the iPro. And STA blades, I don't have one, but STA blades, we got a custom, I think it's MD Stabby is the one that's included in that, the MD Stabby.
Sick.
Got a custom sheath with that. Seal 1, so you want to clean all those guns you got when you go to the range. You got the Seal 1 and done. You got the cleaning rod set and the CLP plus lube and patches and the whole kit there. I need to turn my phone down. Sorry about that, guys. And who am I forgetting? Well, who else we got? Keltec, Kraken. Kraken. I think I've got it. I think I covered everybody. But if I forgot somebody, just go there. It's over $6,000 worth of prizes, and it's going all to one person. Gets the whole haul. Yeah. So if you're hearing this and it's still September, you've got time. Go to there's links in our Instagram, up in our bio, website. All of our partners have links. And Black Tie Digital, we're giving away the new logo. I don't have one on right now, but the new logo, Talking Lead logo, is on a shirt and a hat that we're going to be giving to. Thanks to Black Tie for designing that, and our good buddies over at Dipstick Branding are going to be providing the shirt and hat. So there you go. Go show them love. Hey there, Leadhead Brigade. Lefty here with some important news for you. Forecasters from the University of Arizona warn that 2023 will be a very active hurricane season, and they're asking people to get prepared. They're expecting the number of major hurricanes this year to be similar to 2017, which saw the extremely intense and damaging hurricanes that we all heard about, Harvey, Irma, and that nasty old Maria. How bad can it get? Well, when Hurricane Ida hit the Gulf Coast, it destroyed countless homes and left many without access to food, clean water. Millions lost power. Most didn't have power for weeks. The floods that followed the hurricane washed out the roads, made it impossible for grocery stores to restock their shelves. Families were left hungry and desperate, waiting for help that was slow to arrive. But what if you didn't have to be reliant on the government, FEMA, your neighbor, grocery stores during these crises? The answer is simple. Be prepared with emergency food kits from 4 Patriots. Their long-lasting, delicious food options are specifically designed to provide you and your loved ones with the sustenance you need when you need it the most. 4 Patriots survival food kits are hand-packed in the USA. They last 25 years. They come packed inside covert storage totes. They include a wide variety of delicious breakfasts, lunches, dinners. They've even got some snacks that are tasty. And they're backed by thousands of 5-star customer reviews. Just go check out their website, 4patriots.com, and read them for yourself. 4 Patriots Survival Food is not just for natural disasters, because in today's world of uncertain supply chains and unpredictable emergencies, it's more important than ever to have a backup plan. Whether it's a temporary power outage, a winter blizzard, or rising food costs, which we're all feeling that these days, right? You can rest easy knowing that you have a reliable source of food to see you through it. And right now, you can go to 4patriots.com and use this exclusive code, LEADHEAD, all caps, LEADHEAD, one word, to get 10% off your first purchase on anything in the store, not just their food kits. So go check them out, 4patriots.com. Use the code LEADHEAD to get 10% off your first purchase of 4 Patriots Survival Food. That's 4patriots.com, guys. Use the code LEADHEAD and get that 10% off. But use those codes, Mission First Tactical, LEADHEAD, 20% off, SEAL 1, LEADHEAD, 25% off. And I'll give you more throughout the show. So pay attention, listen. You're going to get the codes. You're going to get the discounts. So there we go.
I want the prize pack.
Well, you got to enter to win. Did you enter?
Did you throw Firebird targets in that giveaway?
Oh, Firebird target. That's the one. I forgot. Yes. And, of course, a day at the range is not fun unless you're blowing shit up. So Firebird targets, right. The winner is going to get – look at there. Tyler coming through, baby. Yes.
A day in the office is not complete without Firebird targets.
Without Firebird targets.
Yeah.
Right. So much fun. So easy to do. Are those like 50 state legal, or there's some states that ban those, restrict those?
California, they don't ship to California and New York City.
New York City?
You can't ship anything to New York City anymore, though, to be fair.
Yeah, you can't even send a letter to New York anymore.
Any of the 5 boroughs, I think.
So, yes, Firebird targets.
So why live there?
Exactly.
I was going to say something about the Firebird targets. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, Ton does a lot on his Instagram page with the Firebird, so you guys can go over there and check out his antics.
Blow shit up.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys, so let's get into our jackwagon train. And I know Jason and Tyler, did we do the jackwagons last time you were on?
I believe we did.
All right, so you kind of got an idea where we're going with this and what we're doing. So, Gunny, bring that train in.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the Talking Lead Jackwagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
Okay.
Okay. So, Gomer Pile. All right, the train has stationed, and we've got some jackwagons to take care of, and we've got some heroes that we want to honor. But real quick, I've got to do this too because as we're recording this again, it's 9/21, so you're probably hearing this about a week behind of news and stuff that we're probably going to be talking about. But our condolences and prayers go out to the Jim Shockey family. His wife recently passed, I think today actually, or yesterday. And I know you guys have heard me talk. He's supposed to have been on the show this month, but we've had to reschedule for obvious reasons. And, we're going to give him as much time as he needs, but looking forward to having him on still when he's ready to do it. Go show his family some love. You can go to his social media. I think they've made some posts and whatnot. Ava I saw one of her posts there too. So, all right, let's get into the jack wagons now. So, Ton, I think you probably got one. I see you chomping at the bit.
Always got jack wagons.
Always got jack wagons. So, who's your jack wagon, Ton?
Well, leaving New Mexico, I come back into the world of cell phone signal and news and media and find out that the governor of New Mexico went straight communist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, that tree-hugging fur Nazi asshole straight went off the bandwagon, kissing ass to every retard out there, and went...
Dude. And you're talking about banning the carry, open or
let's just ban the Constitution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go full out communist.
Hello, New China. It's no longer New Mexico. It's New China.
Well, she got shot down. You saw that, right? It was overruled, overturned. They're like, you're full of shit. And she knew this going into it, too. We talked about this last episode with Daniel. But, yeah, and I can't remember what Whitmire or what's her name?
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Exactly.
She needs to be impeached. She needs to be sent on her way and then shipped out of this country.
And the second move it makes is we're going to ban the First Amendment. So, because of the protests?
No.
I'm like, how many more dumb moves are you going to make?
I mean, let's face it. Our First Amendment rights are already being infringed upon constantly, continuously, every single day. We are being squashed, turned down, shadow banned.
I mean, if there was ever the perfect poster child for Trojan condoms, there you go. Congratulations. New Mexico, you produced the perfect poster child.
The governor, whatever her name is.
Yep.
We're not even going to say her name.
No. So it's interesting, though. In the New Mexico Constitution, it was actually written in several years ago that if a citizen's rights were infringed upon by the New Mexican government, there is a mechanism for them to sue the state of New Mexico up to $2 million per incident.
Nice.
Per person?
Per person.
$2 million per person per incident?
Correct.
Oh, my God.
So there are people lining up in Albuquerque right now to sue her.
Oh, I hope the whole state does.
Yeah.
But then, what good's that going to do? Then they go bankrupt, and then, then we're just going to have to bail them out with our taxpayer dollars. So,
I don't think I will.
Well, unfortunately, you ain't got a say-so. Did you have a say-so with all these billions of dollars that are going to Ukraine? When they should be going to Hawaii and Florida and, all our disaster areas, stricken areas. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Once again, another child that was not left behind. That one should have been left behind.
Yeah, absolutely. But have you heard that they did like an audit of all this money that they're sending to Ukraine, and they overpaid them like, I don't know, $4 billion or something, one of the payments?
Some ridiculous number.
Yeah, some ridiculous number, and then they just turn around and give it right back to them.
Yeah, but we need more money. Really?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, just print more. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, we are in World War III right now.
Oh.
I mean, you look at World War II, how it started, and the precusp to that. I mean, this is exactly how it started. And this is what we're doing again. History repeats itself.
Never ends.
It's just
never ends.
An endless cycle. But it just burns me up, all the billions of dollars, and all the money that they're giving these illegal immigrants that come in.
Oh, dude!
And they gave the citizens of Hawaii $700 each. And these immigrants are getting like $2,000, $3,000,
and a cell phone and a laptop and a place to say, "Welcome to Texas.
And medical,
come on over."
And medical care, and our Social Security. People on Social Security that are drawing stores aren't getting that much.
Dude, and I busted my hand
again.
No, that's still. I can't get a surgery appointment because they're booked up.
When did you do that to your hand?
What's been 5 months?
What did you do?
I blew the tendon out of the center of my middle finger.
Oh my gosh!
Ton can't even properly flip people off anymore.
I mean, he couldn't before, but he definitely can't now. That is so jacked up.
When it's a two-handed operation, it just kind of loses its luster.
It looks like the Mississippi River, your finger does.
Yeah. I'm like, it's been 4 or 5 months, and they're like, oh, we're overbooked. We can't get you into the surgery center.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
And I was like, cool. And we were supposed to come home and get the surgery done. On the drive back, they canceled the appointment again.
For what reason? They didn't give you one, did they? They don't have to.
Overbooked.
But if you cancel it, then they charge you.
Oh yeah.
You get charged.
Mm-hmm.
Redonkulous. All right, what about we'll go to Tyler next. You got any jack wagons?
Sure, yeah. A good one. This pertains to Ton. He's going to nod very profusely when I say this. We're going to go with the Guinness Book of World Records, or whatever the Guinness organization, because they apparently no longer recognize anything gun-related that's a world record that is not like some kind of sanctioned sporting type event. So
like an Olympic
ISSF,
thing or something?
10-meter stuff, that's really all they recognize any longer. So jack wagons, Guinness, suck it.
Guinness Book
Straight
of
assholes.
World Records. Is that's just a private organization anyway, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they denied me for over a year when we were trying to set this up. But they took my money.
Oh, you got to pay them?
You got to pay to actually put in the application to see if they come out and recognize it as a world record. And they won't tell you why they won't recognize it, but they said, oh, you've been denied. And they says, gives you a chance to resubmit. So I said, okay, maybe I did some paperwork wrong. Maybe I didn't get the size of the target right. Maybe I didn't send the right topographical map, the layout of everything. I mean, it was hours of laying out everything, and nope, it was denied a second time. So we actually called someone at Discovery and had them call another location to find out why we were not getting recognized. And what happened was we actually got the phone call, them saying, hey, they do not recognize any firearm related, airgun related, any kind of shooting sports unless it's indoor 10 meter.
It's like the only airgun related thing they recognize. Probably any of the Olympic firearm events that still are shot they recognize as well.
Yep, but they will take your money without telling you, so people can keep sending in the money trying to get world records.
Each time you resubmit, you got to pay?
Oh, yeah.
How much is it?
I think I only spent like $100 trying. Like $50 each time, unless you go for an existing record. Then it's like 150.
Which the messed up part of this is that it is technically an existing record. They just have no desire to continue to.
So they've got an airgun record on their books.
Yes.
But they have no
intention of continuing that or observing or recognizing any challenges to that record.
Yeah, because the first time it was $75. Then I had to do I thought it was because, okay, I went after an existing, and they're like, oh, denial. And so we went through it, and we read through it with a couple of people, and they're like, well, maybe the parameters are different because you're using a different style air gun, or it's a single shot, single load. We went through everything, so I submitted as a new record and got denied. And then after actually reaching out and talking to someone that works there, we found out they will take your money, but they will not ever accept anything gun or air gun related.
Yeah.
So I'm going through. I pulled up. I guess this is their website. They have longest marathon rifle shooting. The longest rifle shooting marathon is 27 hours 5 minutes. Shooting trap men. They've got a record for that. 1996. Shooting most bullseyes. Most consecutive bullseyes scored in target shooting is 1,530 by some Canadian. Video game. Somebody's pounding the way on that keyboard.
I'm gonna try and find it.
Largest nude photo shoot.
That's
They'll
in the
do
same
that.
category.
They'll do the largest nude photo shoot, but they
Oh,
won't.
yeah.
They won't let you do an air gun. Ridiculous. ISF shooting trap individual men. Crazy. But yeah, they definitely jackwagons. They've joined the Marxist liberal bandwagon there. I mean for anybody to be non-political, it should be Guinness Book of World Records.
You would
For
think.
all the stupid shit that they have records for. You know? I bet they've got farting records. Let's look. Farting. Oldest joke, according to research led by somebody, a fart joke is the oldest joke. Longest career as a flatulist. The longest working flatulist is currently Mr. Methane, a.k.a. Paul somebody out of UK. So they've got farting. They actually have farting records.
Farting records. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. That's
ludicrous. But anything gun related?
No.
No.
And they used to do it, but now they went.
I mean, they can't use the Trump card of, it's dangerous and people could get hurt because, they have all these crazy stunts that people do, like, Evel Knievel jumping over the Grand Canyon and, shit like that. So that can't be an excuse as to why.
It's
all the more reason for us to start our own record books. Screw Guinness. They need to not be the monopoly on world records.
Yeah, they're so freaking biased. It's like only if it fits their narrative. Like,
well, obviously,
else.
It sounds like they're in it for the money too. It's
without
all
a doubt.
a money game for them too. So it's like apartments, and people have to pay for applications. When they apply
Application fee.
Yeah, an application fee, and they're turning those people down left and right, and
I was like,
for
dude,
any little
let's pay-
thing, so they'll have to pay that
Let's pay to
application
apply
fee again.
to live here.
Yeah,
Well, it's just like the who's who listing.
Oh, dude.
yeah.
You wanna pay to
You got to
be
pay
who's
to be
who?
on that, don't you?
Yeah.
You actually have to pay to be in that. So, all right, new guy, Jason. You kind of get the idea of what we're doing with jackwagons here?
Yeah, I kind of grasp the concept.
Okay.
I don't have too many jackwagons in my world because I get rid of them pretty quickly. I own a backhoe. But
Nice.
my recent jackwagon is the guys that run the Friends of the NRA, the fundraising side of the program.
Okay.
They have introduced a new policy where their field reps don't get to carry firearms in their vehicle anymore. I don't know how they're going to do their job, to be honest with you. I mean, this is what they do. They raise funds by raffling off guns. And if they can't carry firearms, that's going to make it a really difficult job.
What?
What?
Yeah.
You got to
This is
run
the
that by
NRA,
me
y'all.
again.
Wait. Do they mean carry as in like taking a gun from location A to B for the raffle, or do they mean like carrying
Personal.
their personal gun, or is it
both.
all
I
of
mean, as
the
in
above?
all of the above.
All the above.
They work for the NRA. So in the state of Colorado, there's a guy that he's the only paid NRA employee in the state. He's the NRA in Colorado.
Okay.
He is not allowed to take from one location to another a firearm that he is using for fundraising. He has to give it to an FFL. That FFL now has to ship it 2 towns over, and he has to retrieve it from that FFL to run his event.
Why do you think they're doing that?
Somebody had something go walkabout out of their car. But that's a knee-jerk reaction on a national scale.
Yeah.
That the NRA should just be better than that.
Oh, absolutely.
We call that a Wayne LaPierre reaction.
But then they're not letting them personal carry either, or just that?
No firearms in an NRA vehicle right now.
Now, if it's on your person and your person is in the vehicle,
then you're in a company car.
And the NRA is banning the NRA, the National Rifle Association. The people who are supposed to be for our gun rights are denying their employees their constitutional right to carry.
I'm not sure that they would admit to saying that exact phrase, but they cannot carry the firearms that they're using for fundraising.
Well, is the Friends of the NRA separated in some way, shape, or form as an organization from the NRA?
They are, but it's still the NRA.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
specifically, it's not like the NRA is telling their own employees you can't carry. It's Friends of the NRA specifically.
Friends of the NRA, and this specific policy
for now that we know about
guns are using.
Maybe the NRA has that policy too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really funny how the Friends of the NRA work. It's all NRA members running a sub company,
a sub nonprofit.
NRA. Yeah, it's like it'd be like
sounds like money laundering to me.
It's
that's what it sounds like to me.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
but it's either stand up for your rights or get the fuck off the train.
Agreed.
Well, they can't get off the jackwagon train because they're on the jackwagon train now. So
permanently.
I
mean, dude, one of these days they're either going to back us or go the fuck away.
Agreed.
Well, that's why we got these other organizations. There's plenty of other organizations
they're growing.
Other organizations
fast.
Or NRA?
No, the other organizations.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, because people are jumping board from the NRA. They're just like, screw them. They're giving them way too many opportunities.
Yeah, they're going the way of Fox News.
All right. Any more jackwagons? Jackwagons going once. Jackwagons going twice. Jackwagons are out of here. Let's do some heroes.
Alyssa knows a thing or two about firearms. The gun store where she works and the folks she instructs would vouch for that. She spends most of her time on the range and in the classroom, teaching others about firearms and the fundamentals of shooting. On her days off, you'll likely catch her somewhere in the backcountry with her favorite firearm, a Kel-Tec KS7. At just over 26 inches, this short, slim second cousin to the KSG is lighter, but no less lethal. The shotgun's 18.5-inch barrel offers plenty of velocity, and its ample magazine tube provides a healthy dose of firepower with its 7+1 shell capacity, her go-to for home protection. Alyssa loves the carry handle and fiber optic sight she got on her first KS7, but is equally enamored with the Picatinny rail kit she put on her second. Why settle for one when you can add another to your already awesome collection of Kel-Tecs? Innovation, performance, Kel-Tec.
Let's honor some heroes now. Let's counter this jackwagoneriness with some people that are doing some good in our world, in our country. One more jackwagon. Zelensky came back to the United States begging for more money, by the way. So, jackwagon. Had to throw that in there.
Why couldn't they put him in a stealth fighter that disappeared?
Oh, there's another one that's stealth fighter.
There's a transponder in that plane. They know where the fuck it's at.
Yeah, it's in Ukraine.
But what about this? And I haven't read, a lot about it. I've just been listening to people in the news talk about it. But the pilot ejected, and it still flew another like 60 miles or something on its own, like on autopilot or something. Which, I mean, 60 miles for a jet going, however fast it's going, it isn't much. I mean,
It's a long ways.
Could have been on its descent down to crash, too. I mean, I don't know. But that just sounds like premature ejection to me.
Oh, my God. He went right there.
Nice.
Right there. Boom, boom. All right, I had to get that in. All right, heroes. Who's got a hero?
I do.
Who's your hero?
My wife for putting up with all of my shit.
You're in trouble, aren't you?
Like forever or just this week? This week's...
No, just forever. I mean,
this
she
week's
is
shit.
literally... And Tyler and Jason can both attest to the amount of crap I pull on a daily basis, bad jokes, tormenting her relentlessly, and she takes it so well. I mean, you've been on the phone when I make all my horrible jokes and torment her.
Well, I've got to admit, though, what you guys did, was it yesterday? Doing the water park for the kids?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are heroes, definitely to your kids. I know if your kids were on here, you would be a hero today by taking them to the water park. Looked like you guys had a good time.
8 hours of water park.
Are you serious?
Children.
You were there 8 hours?
Holy mother of God.
Oh, my gosh.
8 hours.
So was it just your kids, or did they have like a whole gang of other kids?
No, we just took our kids and we went to the Great Wolf Lodge for Levi, Tyler's best friend.
He's my buddy.
And I asked Levi for his 4th birthday, what did you want to do for your birthday? He said, I want to go and have a splash pad. He wanted to go to a splash pad. I said, do you want friends over? He wanted Tyler, but I said, Tyler has to work. He said, okay. And he's like, well, I just want me and my brother to go play at the splash pad at the park. So I talked to the wife, and we're like, no, let's take him to the indoor water park and just let him have the time of his life. So we went to the Great Wolf Lodge, the indoor water park, wave pool, water slides, ice cream, pizza, anything and everything he's ever wanted. 8 hours. I still smell chlorine, bro. And I thought I was going to be like, cool, I'm too fat to get on these rides because there's a weight limit. No.
Oh, my gosh. They didn't break?
They're like, no, they didn't break.
Do we have video of you going down any of these water slides?
Yep.
Why has that not made it to your Instagram page? I saw the ones of the kids doing it, but...
Yeah, the ones the kids did?
We want to see you coming down a water slide,
because
bro.
they actually said, I took him up to the top because he wanted me to walk him up to the top. He's like, Daddy, can you take me up there? So I walked him up to the top of the water slide, and I said, I'm too big. And the lady's like, it's okay, you can go too. He's like, let's race. I was like, and then it started. 8 hours of racing down water slides, wave pools. Wow. And know what?
Well, there you go. You deserve to be a hero for that.
I'm like, fat body hurts against plastic, bro.
But we gotta see the videos. I gotta see the videos.
Let me see if I have one. It was brutal. It was yeah. My wife really enjoyed it. She decided to grab my phone and film.
Well, good for her. So
yes.
We've got proof. We've got proof of Ton doing the water slide.
Thanks.
All right, as you're looking for that, let's go to Tyler. Tyler, you got any heroes?
Yeah, I'm going to throw one out of left field just because while I was at the Lucid Optics Ballistic Summit, I witnessed a few pretty incredible acts. But the one I will call out that does deserve mention is Rob Pincus himself.
Oh, my gosh, Rob Pincus.
Lacing a 9mm round on a white buffalo target at 1,123 yards. By the way, if nobody's ever watched somebody shoot a pistol that far, I was just like sitting directly behind all these people that were trying it. So what everybody does is they index the pistol out to the target and like get their sights lined up with the target and then go like this.
Yeah.
And then there was a good like 10,
Straight up
15
there.
mile an hour wind, so everybody just goes, and then pulls the trigger. It is a wild thing to watch. And there were some amazingly close shots, but to actually have somebody connect when you're probably aiming the equivalent of 300 yards off of the target is just
How many tries to
it
take him?
was a hell of a thing to witness.
We've been trying that shot for 5 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a tradition.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah, we it's $20 to play. You get 5 shots,
Yeah.
and we usually ended up giving the money that was generated to the housekeeping crew.
Nice.
So it's a ballistic summit tradition, and this year, Mr. Pincus did connect.
Mr. Pincus. Look,
Yeah, that's the only time ever
it's
I'll call
Rob.
him that.
It's-
Yeah,
it's
that
just
was
Rob.
weird.
So how many shots did it take him?
It was on his 5th.
You got it on the very last one.
I
huh?
think it was
Third.
it was the 3rd or 4th. Yeah,
It was his
I don't
third
think
shot.
he shot all 5.
Did he not?
I don't
Nope,
think
it was
so.
his third shot.
Huh? Did
Okay, so his 3rd shot.
anybody video that?
Oh, there's
I
video
did.
of it. Yep.
I did on his phone.
Oh, I'm sure he's posted it then. I'll have to
Oh
go.
yeah,
Yes.
several places.
Yeah, he's proud of that.
He'll
shot.
remix it and post it again. You're going to see that from him forever.
That'll be once a week. Yeah.
Wait, what gun was he using? Which gun?
The PD-10.
He was using his
Yep.
his new PD-10. Okay, yeah. We're never gonna hear the end of that now. Has he released that
Yeah.
yet?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're out
out
there.
Okay, I didn't know. I mean, it's 15 years in the making. So
To his credit, when it came time to collect the money, he took his $20 back, but donated the rest to the housekeeping crew.
that cheap ass. He don't need $20. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
So what do you got here? What do you got here, Ton? What are you gonna show us?
It's brutal.
Is this you
It's
on the water slide?
Me and my son racing.
Down the water slide.
That's little Levi.
Oh my God! I hope you're not right behind him.
He better
Right.
get the
You're
hell out of the
gonna
way.
kill him.
Oh,
There he
look at the
is.
tube. Okay.
Did you go down head first? No, feet first.
He did.
Did you get stuck? Admit it.
No, actually, I didn't. They leave it open just in case someone fat like me comes down.
And y'all went down at the same time.
He left he left a little earlier. They said let him. I was like, but
You're
my
like,
boy
come on now.
is a gangster because he goes down backwards because he says it's scarier backwards. So if you watch him go down,
Yeah, I saw that video that you posted.
Oh.
yep, he goes
In
down
slow-mo.
backwards because it's scarier that way.
Yeah, tell him to go down head first. That's real scary.
Oh, he did. We went down the big one in the dark tunnel head first because he says you can catch air that way.
Yeah. Did you catch air? Or did you flatten out the bump?
Dude, I caught air and bounced. It still hurts. Dude,
Caught your back.
it caught my back, my ribs, my legs, my hip and my back.
Well, maybe it could have straightened up your finger if you'd have hit it just right. You know how
Bro.
people who get kicked by donkeys, they go cross-eyed, but then they kick them again, and
Thanks for your support, bro.
I love you. Mean it.
Feeling it.
All right, any more heroes? Anybody else we need to honor?
Well, I got to say, I spent the last weekend around a whole bunch of them. We held a disabled veterans pronghorn antelope hunt.
Oh, nice.
I run an organization called Vet Healing Adventures, and we had 23 veterans out, and they all tagged out Saturday, opening day. We bring them out, we house them, we feed them, we take them on the adventure just to let them forget their daily for a minute.
Yeah.
So just a little bit way that we give back. So
And
Vet Healing Adventures, those guys are heroes.
what's the name of the organization?
Vet Healing Adventures.
Vet Healing. Yes, definite heroes. And do they have a website?
They do. Yep, healingadventures.org.
.org. And is this something that people can donate to?
Absolutely, if they choose to.
Okay, so there you go, Leadheads. Go check out that organization. Sounds like a worthwhile. Are they nationwide, or they just do stuff there in Wyoming?
Our events here in Fremont County, but we do work with other folks nationwide. The E3 Ranch, a couple guys out of Florida that are on a fishing charter type of boat. So like when a Wyoming vet applies, not that they're any less deserving, but in Wyoming you can draw your own tag. We don't need to go and get one donated to you, right?
Right.
So what we do is with those guys, we'll put them on like Camp Atterbury on their whitetail hunt, or we'll put them on a fishing charter in Florida. Regardless, they get an adventure out of the deal.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And is it like a 3-4 day? How long is it typically?
Usually it's a 1 day type of deal, but it's usually 3 or 4 days by the time and they travel and get there with their guide and do the meet greet. And it takes a few days.
Yeah. And how many did you say went on this one?
23.
23, and they all got their tags.
They all got antelope. Yep.
Nice. Very nice. And do they get to keep the meat and take it with them?
It's all theirs. Yep.
If they want the mounts, they can do all that too?
They can do all that.
Very cool.
Yep.
So do you do this once every year?
It's an annual event, yes.
Annual event. Okay. Well, very good. So I guess go to that website and get more information on that. And do they do anything else, or is this what they do, or
This is pretty much what we do. We have some deer and some elk hunts as well, but for the most part, our events focused around the antelope hunt.
Okay. How long have they been around, this organization?
Well, this is our second year.
Okay. Are you one of the founders?
I am.
Oh, okay. Very good. Did you serve?
I did not. I didn't have the honor.
Okay. Well, no, I didn't either. I just was curious. I don't think any of us have we? No.
Nope.
No, but we are very thankful for those who are and have, definitely.
Yes.
Especially this month, September, 9/11. We talked a little bit about that last episode. 22nd year of since 9/11. Man, I can't believe it's been that long. It just seems like
Holy
it was.
crap.
Just seems like
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it just seems like it was a couple of years ago. Definitely.
Damn.
Yeah, 22 years.
That's a way to make a person feel old quick.
I was 31? 31 then? Yeah.
I can't count that far back. That's math.
Well, you don't have the fingers to do that either, so.
I do too.
All right.
And I do have a little video to play that one of our guests here is a hero.
Yeah?
I put him on the 3-gun challenge at Ballistic Summit.
3-gun challenge.
And he did an exceptional job.
And what is the 3-gun challenge?
Yep. He had to run a 3-gun stage against all the media folks.
Uh-huh.
And this is, the active sports is not necessarily his thing.
Motherfuckers.
But I will say, as a guy doing it, he is a hero because he didn't quit. Not one little bit. So
did you have to take a break?
Got a second? Let's just go ahead and indulge this.
Have you got it on your computer?
I can get it there.
Pull it up on your computer, and then you can share your screen.
Oh, this is even so much more helpful.
You do a share screen, and then we can have it for our audience, and everybody can see this. So as you're doing that, tell us about this summit. What is this summit that you're talking about?
Oh, sure. So the Ballistic Summit, every year, Lucid Optics hosts a media event. What we do at this media event is try and bring smaller manufacturers together that don't get the media attention like they should.
Yeah.
They're not the big, huge names. And I bring media in to make a focused event where they eat with these guys. They're
forced to interact with them.
Share drinks and cigars, and they're forced to be right there with them.
Yeah.
Right. It's a 4-day event.
Sounds fun.
We shoot a bunch of guns. We drink a lot of booze. It's very social, right? And if you'd like to come out next year, I think you probably should.
I told him about it. I invited you.
Yeah, but you didn't really invite. You just told me about it.
No, I invited you, and same like always. Well, I don't know. I got to do editing.
That sounds just like me.
I got to go to the gym.
So how long have you been doing it? And what is it called again?
The Ballistic Summit. So it was our 5th annual this year.
I like that.
Yeah, we get together and shoot a bunch of guns and learn about new products and make sure the media writes and talks about it.
Yeah. There used to be a couple of other events like that I attended in the past, but they just kind of fizzled out. But those were always my funnest, where it was just a smaller group, and it was a hand-picked group.
Right.
It wasn't like this thing I'm going to go to next week, the Iraq veteran YouTube shoot. They just let. I mean, it's kind of still an invitation only, but still they let a lot of people out there. But
it's everybody's there. It's a big fun shoot now.
Yeah. But it's still fun. I mean, I have a good time. But yeah, I like the more personal.
I love
ones.
Eric.
Like Big 3 East.
events.
Big 3 East used to be that way. I don't know if you ever heard of Big 3 East. C.J. Johnson used to put that on down in Florida. And that was always a good time, but it was smaller, more intimate. Everybody shot together, ate together, drank together.
All right, so how do you do the window sharing thing?
All right, so down at your bottom of your screen, it should say Share Screen.
Okay.
Just click that.
This is going to suck.
And then click the screen I want to share.
And then click the screen you want to share.
Share screen.
It hasn't done anything yet.
Share that screen.
Here it goes. All right.
Technology.
All right, so now I see a beautiful mountain.
That's a nice picture.
It is nice.
Okay, and without further ado, sorry, Ton.
Fucking hell.
Turn the volume up. Is it playing?
It is playing.
Okay.
No,
wrong
we can't
screen.
see it.
All we can see is
Thank
the
God.
mountain. We'll give it a minute here. All right, so as we're waiting on that, we may bring that up
It's
here in a minute.
going to be brutal.
Go ahead and stop sharing your screen, Jason.
Okay. How's that?
There we go. Now we're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into talking about. You're holding it up on the phone. Has that been posted anywhere yet?
No.
On the Meads? Okay. Well, I'll check my email here. Just remind me to check my email, and I'll see if it's on there. But we'll show it to everybody. But yeah, get the train out of here, Gunny. Any more heroes, or is that all our heroes?
That's the heroes.
Okay, there's our heroes. I don't really have any heroes right now. I'm bitter and I'm mad at everybody. So I don't.
I'd be mad at the gym.
I love the gym. The gym's great.
I'd be mad at the tanning bed.
See, I haven't touched the tanning bed for.
I can
months.
tell. I can see the gun stands behind you
You see that?
through your arm.
Translucent. No, not everybody's got head to toe tats to
Damn straight.
look
That's devotion, bro.
tanned. All right, so we want to talk about this world record shot. I mean, whether Guinness recognizes it or not, you did it. It's a world record. And what was the previous record?
Well,
And this is
the
an air
official
gun.
recognized one, I think, was about 1,400 yards in that ballpark by somebody that Ton and I are both good friends with, Chris Turek, up north air gunner on YouTube, with an Air Force Texan, noted as well. There's been recently, about a week before, I think Ton and I actually went out to the summit. There was a guy in the Czech Republic actually that posted a video of him shooting at a mile.
Yeah, but 1,000 tries doesn't count.
It was, I mean, of course, video editing, but I don't know.
1,000 tries
personally,
does
but
not count. Sorry.
I don't think it was 1,000 tries, but that's okay. It's so that was, I guess, the.
So let's talk about this. Are there
next
rules?
official.
What are the rules, and who sets the rules for
No rules.
for these launches? Because I went out on one with Charlie Melton. You guys
Yeah.
know who Charlie Melton is?
Yep.
Charlie Mike Precision. And he was trying to do like a 5-mile shot. And
Cod.
who?
Wow.
Yeah.
5 miles.
Yeah.
That's a long shot.
Yeah, they're using a modified Chi-Tac called a Tejas, the Tejas round.
Yeah.
Brad Starr developed that.
Holy smokes, bro.
And they were using that round. I think it was a 4, I can't remember exactly. It was a 4 something. But we were shooting 22s, we were shooting 50s, but he was using a specific round. And I just remember, he was shooting just like straight up, but he was getting all around the target. He was even flying the target on some of them. We just couldn't get it like right on target because you guys know the optics, they've only got so much elevation in them. And then, for a shot like that, there's just nothing that exists. So they had these tacos, these reflective mirrors that they would add to this to give them extra elevation and
prism system.
Yeah, prism. Yeah, exactly. And like on the second attempt on that, it broke. So the rest of the day was just, just trying to walk it in, kind of deal. But I don't know.
They were doing it wrong.
They were doing it wrong. They didn't have you there, right? They didn't have Ton.
No,
there.
they don't use the redneck way.
But you're using an air gun also. You're using a different system, different weapon system, or I don't know if you call it a weapon. I don't want to call it a gun system.
They use math.
There was a lot of eggheads out there, and they were using some math. They were doing some calculations and, all this stuff.
Yeah, they use math.
Ton didn't even give Jason and I the opportunity to use math because he didn't even know how fast the gun was shooting. There were so many variables involved here that really, when you think about it, make the fact that he hit this thing so much more incredible because he really didn't do the due diligence that you probably should.
He just took everything for granted, right? He just took it for granted. But the distance that Ton was attempting and he made was 2,058 yards, which is 1.169318 miles. So a little over a mile, almost 1.2 miles. So that's a lot. I mean, for an air gun, and people think, air gun? Shot an air gun that far? Yeah. So we want to talk about all the equipment, everything that went behind it, the caliber, the bullet, everything that you guys used to make this happen. And this was out in, you said, New Mexico?
Yes.
How did you choose the location? How did you choose New Mexico as the place to do this?
Well, when we were at the Ballistic Summit, we were already at the NRA's Whittington Center, which is 37 square miles of shooting ranges. And they had a ELR range, which hosts the King of 2 miles. So we already had the range available to us.
Okay. So that was kind of the deciding factor there for that.
It was the range was there. There was going to be enough media there because he's holding Ballistic Summit.
So you did this during Ballistic Summit?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Because it does multiple things for you. There's enough people that will call you on your bullshit.
Got witnesses.
You got witnesses everywhere. And writers, press, everybody. And being an air gunner, they were calling it a poof at the beginning.
A poof?
They got their guns go bang, ours go poof. I said, all right.
Well, I'm going to play the video for our audience here in just a minute, and it didn't go poof.
No. And it's when you want to make sure that it gets documented, and there's always going to be the trolls out there, the basement keyboard warriors that are stained with Cheetos and Mountain Dew that have never seen the sunlight that are going to say they could do it.
I love Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
We know.
Especially the jalapeno Cheetos. Go ahead.
There's going to be those people that are always going to say, "Know what?
You're going to have the naysayers. You're going to have the people that are just always negative Nancy's.
Everything's negative.
Yeah.
Everything's negative. Nothing ever happens. The world's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the government loves
you
us.
combated that by doing this during the summit where you've got a
I
slew
wanted
of
everybody there.
Media people and Rob Pincus.
Everybody there. I wanted center fire people there. Anybody that could call you on your bullshit if something happened. I wanted everybody there. Why
we
not
had everybody there.
And you had everybody there. So another reason. And does the summit always happen in New Mexico at this facility? Is that
yes.
Okay, so you don't travel around for the summit. It's always boom right there.
It's a unique facility where you have housing and all the ranges and ability to run down to their pro store and get something if you need it. I mean, it's one of those, if you're doing an event like this with firearms oriented, it's one of very few in the country that can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so that's how you chose the location.
Introducing our new belly band holster. Whether you're hitting the gym or running a quick errand, our belly band is one of the most comfortable and safest ways to carry your firearm. The center section allows you to carry most common pistols. Left or right-handed, this has you covered. A hard laminate trigger shield protects the firearm's trigger from unwanted intrusion, giving you ease of mind while carrying every day. 2 elastic sleeves give you the flexibility to carry other everyday items, such as spare mags, flashlight, knife, or pepper spray. 2 zippered pockets run on both sides, offering the option to carry smaller items such as money, cards, or keys. Flush fit on your lower back or waist, easily keeping your setup discreet no matter how you choose to carry. Utilizing 3D spacer mesh, these channels allow for exceptional and efficient airflow, giving you maximum comfort and keeping you cool. Carry whenever you want, how you want, with our new belly band holster. Available now.
Go to missionfirsttactical.com. Use the code LEADHEAD for an exclusive listener-only 20% discount.
And I can sight in at 100. You could take it all the way out to 4. Then you could take it out to 600 on one range. Then you move from that range. Once you know you got roughly a 0, you could take it to the next range and take it out to 11 plus, 11, 23, depending on what bench you're on. And then once we had confirmation that you hit there, then you go to the big boy range where you can go out to 2 miles.
Yeah. How big is this facility?
37 square miles.
37 square mile. Okay. So plenty of room for this.
Yep.
And
definitely.
We were only planning on doing 1450 is what the original plan was.
Okay. So let's talk about your original plans. How long was this in the making, in the planning?
Well, I discussed it with Jason when we were at last summit last year at this time. I said, no, it'd be fun. I had taken the 45 Texan last year. I went to summit and it was just first time out there showing off the air guns. And that was the first time I've had a place where I can actually stretch an air gun out and see how far it could go.
Mm-hmm.
So for shits and giggles, I tried to hit the White Buffalo at 11 and change, depending on where you're sitting, with the 45 Texan. And it took me 7 shots, and I finally hit it. I hit it a couple times with the 457 shooting 350 grains.
Mm-hmm.
And
do you have that round there? Can you hold that up and show us what that looks like?
That's a chunk of lead.
457.
Yep. 365 grain, 457.
And that's what you used for this shot?
That's what I used for last year's.
Last year's, okay.
Yeah, that was last year's shot.
What'd you use for this year?
Well, this year, he actually had conversations with us, and we built something kind of special in a Shaw-barreled Texan in a 30 cal. We agonized over twist rates and bullet projectiles, and he ended up with Mr. Hollow Point's,
Hollow Point.
yeah, 30 cal 155s, I believe.
155 grain 308.
Hold that up to the other one and just show the comparison, because that one's quite a bit smaller than that one. Your big sausage fingers. So the one on the, I guess it'd be your left, kind of looks like a 9 mil, and the other one kind of looks like a 223 5.56.
Well, it's 457, 45 versus 308, right? Like,
Yeah.
That's, most people.
Is that what it is? Okay, 45
Yep,
versus
yep.
308. And
Just a little difference.
yeah.
So,
Why did you decide to go to that bullet size?
because once I realized I could hit the White Buffalo at over 1100, I wanted to chase Chris Turek's record that's been there for almost 5 years.
And this did he do it at this facility? Did he make?
No.
He did somewhere else? Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to chase his record, so that's when I left and I reached out to Guinness. And while I was reaching out to them and waiting for a response, I was like, okay, I'm going to start the process of figuring out, talking to Jason, talking to Shaw. Talked to Tyler a few times, and he kind of does this, what the hell is going on in your head look. That look, like, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. And the few people I talked to was like, what the hell are you thinking? I was planning on just doing 1,400 to 1,500 just so I could beat the record.
Yeah.
Because I had planned on it. I had taken the gun out, that gun, and taken it out to a few of my buddies' ranchers here in Texas, put it out at a stock tank where I can see about 1,000 yards to the stock tank and mortared it in just to make sure it would get there.
Mm-hmm.
And floated pieces of cardboard and floated stuff out there just to see if I can hit the target.
Just
And
see
I
if
was
it
like,
would make
okay,
it. Yeah.
Yeah, just be consistent. Because I knew I was consistent. I would shoot, if I could shoot 3-4 rounds inside a clay pigeon at 500, I was like, I was good. I said, everything after that, I pretty much knew I had it. I still never ran it over the chronograph. I'd talked to a few people, bought an inline regulator.
Who needs science?
Yeah.
Science is for pussies.
I bought this really
Kentucky
fancy
wind is that
inline
shit in there.
regulator because they said you got to make sure your air pressure is filled up the same every time for consistency. I got it about a month ago. Never used it. I tried to figure it out when the day we got up there, and I couldn't figure it out, so I left it in the bag. Jason brought the chronograph out for us to figure out the math of it all.
And if you guys need to correct his story as he's telling it, or add to.
He's on point so far.
Okay. Yep. I just see your head shaking like.
Yeah.
All of the things we would have done differently, he didn't do.
He didn't do. Yeah.
Yeah. I spilled 2 bags of ammo all over the bottom of the bag, so Tyler and I were putting it all back in because I had sorted ammo. Some of it was sized to 10,000ths difference for velocity because I noticed some shot a little hotter. So I spilled the bags the day before, so we just stuffed them back in bags and guessed.
So you didn't know which ones you were getting.
I knew what weight he was shooting. He had pre-sized a bunch of them, so like sorting to say, oh yeah, like these are the same size, so I'll get consistent results, right? Because most of these are either cast or swaged, and they're not there can be a little bit of a variance that can cause a fairly big difference once you start to push out to real long distance. But he just threw caution to the wind on that one, after spilling them all.
Did you cast them yourself,
"Fuck it."
or did you just buy some
Mr.
precast?
Hollopoint did it all.
Mr.
They're
Hollopoint?
done.
The point is he mixed up with the ones that he separated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of the ones
Yeah, I
that
get that. Yeah.
weren't inspected.
So
and-
all that went out the door.
Yeah.
Yep, they're made by Pure Awesome.
There it
Mr.
is.
Hollopoint.
Okay. So this all came about because you wanted to beat this other guy's record.
Yeah.
So you started
and-
talking about it last year, and you've been planning for about a year for this.
Yeah, so we got the barrel came in. I've been shooting it with a different barrel and different twist rate up until about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the other barrel came in, right, Jason? About a month ago.
It was there when I was there. So that was July.
And did you have it custom made, special made, just for this shot?
Yeah, I called up Shaw because I wanted a threaded barrel so I could put a muzzle brake on it. I never did put it on. Also, so I could mount a can on it.
What was
I
your
never
twist
put it-
rate?
1 in 14,
You did a 1 in 4. And how long is the barrel?
36-inch barrel.
36-inch barrel, 1 in 14. And you're shooting the
155 grain Mr. Hollopoint
150
Spitzers.
155.
And how
grain.
fast?
So
He
it
didn't-
was shooting
didn't graph it.
in Texas. This is all after the fact, by the way.
Uh-huh.
It was shooting in Texas at around 1,000 feet a second.
Little
I would
different elevation.
imagine it was probably pushing closer to 1050, maybe 1080 when we were in New Mexico because of the elevation.
But none of this stuff's important for a world record, just as long as you hit the target, right? It
Doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter about all the
Yeah,
other shit,
it's-
right?
It all geeks out, but it's pass fail.
Yes.
Yeah. So Ton's just throwing up layups.
Yes. Well, the rifle's a Air Force Texan. It's on that platform, but outside of the barrel, Ton's also running a carbon fiber bottle on the back of it instead of the normal aluminum bottle that you would get on a 308.
Yeah.
And that allows him to bump up the fill pressure on the gun, which is going to push things a little bit faster.
So you get higher
this
pressure.
is not necessarily a standard
Stock.
setup, but it's fairly close.
Yeah. But when you're
Yeah, and
going
you would
for
Deep
extremes
sleep
like
the
this,
projectile too. That gains you some pressure.
Yeah.
yeah. So the tank, what kind of pressure were you getting out of the tank?
3625.
3625. And what's the aluminums typically?
3000.
3,000.
Okay. So you're getting a little extra boost there, which,
Yeah.
I mean, you need it. And as far as world record, that's fine, right? I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
it's not cheating or
It's-
anything like that, right?
Nope. And you can anybody can build this setup. You can actually order all the parts on our website to do this.
Yeah.
It was just me playing around at the shop.
Just tinkering and modifying this here, modifying that there. And
No, it was literally, I want this off the shelf and this off the shelf, change valve, put it in, and order the barrel.
can you grab that gun and bring it up closer? For people to see. And this is the Texan? Is that what we're calling this?
Yep.
But true to Ton's style, he had a concept in his head and no real roadmap of how to get there.
So you guys and you help him.
Well, yeah, most of the time.
So what is this called? The Texan?
Yeah, Texan 308.
Texan 308. And so we see the air tank. Is that the carbon fiber one?
Yeah, that's the carbon fiber tank.
Okay. And we haven't talked optics yet, and I'm assuming that's the Lucid that's on there. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. What's the overall weight of that, would you say, without the optic on it? Looks pretty.
Oh, the gun by itself, without any of the stuff Ton has on it, is probably in the 7-pound range.
Around 7 pounds.
Yeah, but
which is not bad with a barrel
bipod, and when he was shooting it, he had their Rock Lock weight system that he's showing you now. So I would say all told, the gun's probably closer to maybe 11 or 12 pounds.
Yeah.
Once that's you add all the other stuff. That's 4.5 pounds right there. Just this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the gun's 12 pounds, if not a little more.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's trigger. Did you do anything with the triggers? Is just the stock trigger?
Stock.
Don't really need to do anything with that.
The one other thing to call out there though is the mounting rail that the scope is on. So normally you have an 11 millimeter dovetail, which is what Ton has mounted an adjustable droop compensating rail on. That rail is adjustable from, I believe, 20 MOA of adjustment to 120 MOA. So we ran that at 120 because that, after shooting it out to 600 with, I believe, 50 MOA in it, it was very clear that we were going to need all of the adjustment.
And you run a rail like that to gain you some travel back in your turret system and the field of view in the reticle. But with 120 on this thing, you were zeroed at like 1450 when we bottomed the turret out.
What they said.
What they said. Now, did you have it? Did you have the target in the optic? Could you see it, or did you have to go up above the?
Oh no, I was way out of it.
Yeah, so you weren't even.
No, you don't need to see the target to hit a target.
Apparently,
he was referencing off the bottom of the field of view on the reticle tree. I'm talking about a reticle piece, not the physical landmass piece. He used a tree as reference after I gave him a call where his first shot fell short.
Yeah. I would say, were you even aiming at that target, or were you thinking you were aiming somewhere else and you just happened to hit? No, I'm just kidding.
No, all I did was he gave me he told me where I hit, so I measured the burned out tree where I landed.
Yeah.
And I zoomed in the scope, so I fit the tree between two of the lines on the reticle and used that as a ruler to measure how far up I needed to get to the target, and then used that to measure how high above it I needed to get.
So
then my windage marks.
You used new math. Okay.
Yeah, then I used my windage marks to tell me how far off I was.
What were the winds, by the way?
None.
Oh,
it was pretty still. We
didn't have any real airflow. It was.
I got out of the truck, and the cigar smoke was going straight up. So I went and grabbed some sand and poured it out of my hand, and it was going not even a wisp, just straight down. So that's when I made the call. He said it was 1450 to that next target. I said no. I said, well, how far is the next one? He's like, roughly just over 2,000, and it was a little bit of a laugh. I said, cool, I want that one.
What was the elevation?
The bench sat around 7,200 feet.
Where was the target? You know the elevation of the target?
Yeah, it was probably another 100 feet higher, so 7,300 feet up the canyon.
Okay. But in a mile out, I mean, winds can change. So did you have wind references out there too?
I can look out there, and you could see the tops of the grass, and everything was still. I looked at the trees on the hillside.
So you just had the perfect day.
It was
nice.
Still. Dead calm environment.
Yeah, it was also early morning, so I think by the time we left, the winds had started kicking up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think Jason made a really good call in getting us out there, pretty much as early as was reasonable with the amount of alcohol that had been flowing the night before. and that certainly helped a lot. Yeah, it's a Lefty, to put it in perspective for you, when Ton got off the bench after he made the shot, he goes, okay, I left the scope where I was aiming. And so I just real quick, just poke my head down and look through the scope. And I see the top of the tree line, which is a couple 100 feet above the target,
right,
and sky. So in terms of where he was aiming, he's aiming at the sky.
Yeah, aiming at the horizon. Nice. And that brings me back to the shoot I went with Charlie, and I mean that's pretty much what he was doing. I mean, at one point, the sun was like really bright, so we had canopies, and at one point he shot the canopy. That was.
Oh wow!
That was. I mean, that's how.
Yeah.
How much of an angle, just basically straight up that we were shooting.
Yeah.
So you're just lobbing them in there is what you're doing.
Yeah, it's a mortar, and it helps because I'm not looking at the target, so I'm relying on everybody else to give me the call. I'm relying on Jason to tell me where it lands. So I know where the tree is that I'm aiming, I'm holding on. I have my reference points with all the marks in the scope. On the first impact, he told me where it was at. I went straight down to the point of impact, used the reticle as a ruler, and just measured up. And then my windage marks gave me how much I had needed to hold over. Went back to that same tree and started dialing it in, and I was able to hit in 4 hits. Put on steel.
Well, let's do this. I think we've teased our listeners enough. Let's play the video because you've actually got this. And if you guys want to go to Ton's Instagram, I'm sure that Pyramyd Air has it. I'm sure Lucid has it on theirs as well.
It's even up on my YouTube channel, the full video is up
is
on
it on your
YouTube.
Let me go there because it's going to be bigger there than what I can show on the grams. Even though I hate YouTube, I just really hate YouTube.
I haven't put it up on Rumble yet. I was actually doing it last night and fell asleep.
That's the first place you need to put it up, is Rumble. So let's go, and it's under your Ton Jones official?
Yes. Or you could have just gone through my Instagram to the LinkedIn and hit YouTube.
I can type quicker. Of course, anytime you type in Ton Jones, Tom Jones comes up.
Dude, seriously.
It's not unusual.
It's not unusual to be loved
it.
by you.
Wow.
Hey. I love me some Tom Jones, baby.
Dude, me and him go rounds. He is so mad that I will not change my name.
Tom Jones?
Yeah, he's actually sent me nasty grams.
No way.
Oh, yeah. For the last 15 years.
Isn't he Irish or something like that?
Asshole. What?
Who?
So we need to get you on karaoke singing his song, which will have a lot more views than his song legitimately has. I bet you we just need to do this.
Tom Jones is a god. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but think about it. Wouldn't you watch Ton sing that song?
I would. I would much rather watch
yeah.
Ton sing it now.
Yes.
Ton, I'm trying to find. There's no link on your Instagram to your Facebook.
Go to the
your
LinkedIn.
YouTube.
The bottom of LinkedIn is YouTube.
Follow link. And is it world's longest?
It's not the.
Oh wait,
last
that's the
one.
world's longest something else. I don't even want to show that. That's definitely not your page. Start sharing. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing
not that
enjoyment,
one. The one before.
This one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look who it is. It's Tyler. You guys aren't going to be able to hear me. Yard side in.
Impact.
Nice shot.
Use those little dots on that freaking post now that I know they're there.
Use some little dots on a post. So you're 1,123 yards.
Count them and set them at the edge of your field of view and use that as a base. Because you can measure magnification.
Yeah, this is when we're out at the White Buffalo Range taking it in.
There's Jason filling you full of all kinds of great knowledge that you're probably not even listening to.
Oh, actually, I was.
No, you were not.
Oh,
I was almost listening.
it's different direction down range.
Yes, it is.
We see like 5 of you. There's only 1 of you. No more.
Ready?
Send it.
I think that was the impact.
That's impact.
Nice.
And what you can't see from that last little bit,
Dun,
there
dun,
is
dun,
a
dun.
clearing above that tree line that has a buffalo target in it.
Okay.
It'll show
The
right
one you're
here.
talking about. Yeah, there's the buffalo.
There it is.
Tyler,
You
Pyramyd
can see
Hair,
it there.
technical advisor, voice of reason.
What are we doing, Tyler?
We are headed up to the ELR range, so you can stretch it out past 1,100 yards.
You're headed up to the ELR range.
Going to attempt to shoot out as far as I can with the Texan 308. And if you look, I know it's hard, but there's a bunch of people following behind us to confirm there. You can see in the rearview mirror. We're out here at the Whittington Center, and
Normally when Tom
we're
films
going
like
up
that,
on top
there's
of
red
that
and blue
peak
lights on the top of that
to shoot across those peaks.
Usually,
across
I was
the
like,
valley.
this is weird. Dirt road and no cops.
So this is like a
Son, how
13-minute
long you
video. I'm
been
not
out
going to play
on
the whole
parole?
thing. I want to
How
get
to
to
get
where,
Roller probation, son.
11:23
where you actually make the
yesterday
shot.
with the Texan 308.
This is the final one when you see my cell phone in the bottom corner picture.
Now that we've gone that far,
Yeah, you probably fast
we're going
forward
to see
to
how far we can take it.
about there. Should be
Who knows?
close.
Around here. We'll go up 11 minutes. All
I never knew you could send fishing weights that
right, so you
So
probably
now
got
we're on the
several
top of the hill
cameras
at
for
the
this.
ELR range.
Yep.
corner and the dirt. And it looks like a volcano and about this tall. So I need to go just right a little more.
Jason said it looks like a
All right,
volcano.
got it. Ready?
Oh, here we go. Picture in
Send
picture.
it.
This is where it goes down.
Just ran around the cash room, 38 hills. At over 2,000 yards. It's transonic.
New mark on steel.
Holy shit!
That was about an 8-second.
For those that want to see the
I was
mark,
going to say, it was
Time
about
you
It is
squeeze
at
that trigger,
3 o'clock
it made a
on
mark
the
on
steel.
piece of steel.
exactly centered up, but it's a little gray
It
spot.
seems so much longer. I was waiting for that damn
I didn't
call.
even think it really took. Son, what just happened?
Yeah, Pincus accused me of falling asleep in the spotting scope, but no, I had to wait for it.
With a 308. Centered up 3 o'clock. I see the gray mark.
very nice. Ton's going to cry.
Yeah, then you'll see at the very end. This is where everybody comes up and
Beautiful,
checks.
man. Beautiful. 2,000.
And there are other folks on glass at this time too. So there was a couple different confirmations of it as well. But it didn't hit with enough energy to take paint off. It did leave a gray mark because it was a soft cast lead projectile. At the bottom of the
We got your reaction,
pencil
too.
line drawn out the bottom of it. Because of the
We got it all.
it came down and hit the steel.
And then you'll see it towards as it wraps out.
Uh-huh.
There's a
Did you take a picture of the target?
Yeah, we got close as we could get one.
Now it's before the credits roll. It's just
What am
right
I looking
before. There's back just a little bit more. It's right before you see the spotting scope in the video. Just back just a little bit. Keep going back.
Yeah.
I had to film it
Oh,
spotting.
real time.
How many mills down is on it?
There you go.
Yeah.
But it was about centered up on the 3 o'clock side, about 8 inches in off the edge.
So I want to know, why do you put a camera on the target?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Getting out there, you need climbing equipment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So is this target just normally out there, or did somebody go out there and put it?
They hauled them out there for the King of 2 Mile competition.
What is
Yeah,
that?
I mean, we were talking about like they probably have to do that stuff either on horseback or with like I don't even know what you'd go out there with, because it's just the areas that are not cleared are just heavy trees.
Trees and cliffs. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
Luckily,
congratulations, Ton.
Thank you.
That's a
We got
remarkable
lucky.
shot.
They,
And did you didn't just beat the record, you demolished it.
With a lot of help and eyes from people that can see.
Yeah. So now that this has been broken, have you been getting messages, emails from people saying they're coming after you or coming after the record?
It's they're like, well, how is this possible? We don't believe it. And they're like, it's a lot of back and forth, a lot of congratulations. Chris Turk, the guy I actually beat, was one of the first people that called us to congratulate me, and he was overwhelmed with joy. For the most part, it's been a lot of people that are like, I don't think we can beat that. We think your bullet was out of energy.
It got there.
It didn't have much left.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But there's ways you
but-
can get more pressure. Get tanks, you get more pressure in. Barrels, you can do some work on some barrels. There's all kinds of things you can do.
There's always a chance.
It's close to, it's probably close to maxed out on barrel length in terms of what would be actually additive in terms of velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
We've
Where
been.
there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, we've talked to quite a few people because before we started this, we were checking the smart people like Tyler and Jason were checking the numbers, and they were even a mile was.
We were off a little bit.
What was like
it was a long ways out there.
Yeah, we had guessed. So in terms of with the MOA Drooper base that he had on there, and then plus the adjustment in the scope, I think that equates out to like 30 some odd mils.
Mm-hmm.
And then the additional hold that Ton had to do, we've got to kind of roughed out at another, like I believe 34 mils. So he was between 30, let's say 62 and 66 mils of total elevation drop on the shot, which is.
And you said it was like an 8-second hang time.
Yeah.
And you had the calculations on. He shot over the pyramids.
The Great Pyramid of Giza, he could have shot over in terms of the actual total drive. It's like 780 feet.
Nice.
In total, yeah. In terms of how much he was holding, is probably closer to 300.
That's where you need to do your next one. And you need to do it. You need to shoot over the pyramids and hit the target.
Air guns in Egypt.
Yeah, that'd go over well.
You get special permits, special permission. It'd be great for the History Channel or something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
it was
Josh, what's his name, the architect guy, Josh?
Oh, yeah, Josh Gates.
Yeah, Josh Gates. He'd be all about that.
It was probably the most amusing drive home. It was a little bit odd and quiet for probably the first 20, 30 minutes. I look at Tyler, I said, how do you feel about mounting lasers on throwing spears and full pano night vision boar hunting? And he's like, shit.
Yeah.
On to the next challenge. Ton's just like, all right, that's out of the way. On to the next challenge. Kind of.
Yeah. One of the companies there is a TNVC. I think that's right. TNVC.
That's correct.
Yeah, and they do all the like high end night vision stuff, not the digital stuff. And so getting to I put nods on for the first time, and I was like, how much is this again? Yeah, let's go. Right. That was so ton and
I need me a
bunch of ideas.
I need a nod
about
sponsor.
Next hunting trips.
Yeah, they had a set there. It was $80,000.
Yeah.
Nice. I bet they were nice too. Did y'all do some? Did you do some night shooting while you were there? Did you do some?
No, they just got done putting out a fire as we were pulling in, so there was already a fire and a burn warning in New Mexico.
I gotcha.
So it was already touchy.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to add to the statistics. I get it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But there's going to be a next adventure, and it's going to be epic. We just don't know what it is. So
are you okay? So you're not planning like another.
I don't know yet.
Go out and beat this record?
Yes, he does. He knows. He's lying to you all.
Come on,
But stay tuned. He's not going to let it out of the bag.
This is the show for exclusives. Come on.
Attention business owners. Are you ready to take your marketing game to the next level? Look no further than Black Tie Digital Marketing, the firearm-friendly, full-service agency that delivers results. We've worked with industry giants like Keltec, Spikes Tactical, and Armalite, and we even designed the kick-ass new logo at Talkin' Lead. At Black Tie, we blend creativity and data-driven strategies to ensure your message hits the mark every time. From high-end custom websites, graphic design, to inbound marketing campaigns, and everything in between, we've got you covered. Your success is our priority. Join the ranks of the industry's top players and give your business the boost it deserves. Experience the power of Black Tie today. Visit blacktieDigital.com or call 1-800-316-8030 to schedule your free consultation. That's Black Tie Digital Marketing, where firepower meets marketing power. Black Tie Digital Marketing is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade.
But no, we talked about this earlier. I know we talked about this earlier. If you drop, tell everybody what you're going to do, then they're going to go out and do it. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yep, just like the last time. When I got out there and did it, everybody's like, "You never told anybody." I said, "Yeah,
precisely."
So I may or may not have a plan, and Jason will get a call. Tyler will get a plane ticket, and he'll end up at my house, and there'll be a long ass road trip, and there may or may not be some T-Swift involved.
Next time you need to do it somewhere where you can actually go out to the target, like the Salt Flats in Utah are perfect.
Well, there are some things we can do to get some better visuals on the targets, so that'll probably be a thing.
And I'll have better play because this time I wasn't planning. I was planning on 1450, and there is a quad trail to that target. At the time there was no plan on going out past 2000.
Yeah. I think Charlie's shot was 3 miles. I said 5 miles. I think it was 3 miles. I think he was shooting at 3 miles. I can't remember exactly.
I think the record right now is like 4.4.
Is it 4.4?
It's something ridiculous.
Okay. I don't know at the time whether he was like trying to shoot at 3, but I remember the hang time, the bullet travel time was over 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, if there's anything I can offer, any of my services or assistance, I would love to take part.
It'll be unique like everything else I do.
Maybe you get your jacked up finger fixed by then. But.
Hell no. That's part of.
We didn't talk about the optic that was on there, Jason. So talk about the Lucid optic, the scope that he was using.
So Todd was running the first focal plane mill-based MLX. It's a 4.5 to 18 by 44, 30 millimeter tube. What I've done a little bit differently on this is I've got it in an 8-degree field of view, so it's wide angle, which allows the field of view to be very expansive. And in the bottom post, I've given half mil increments all the way to the field of view on the lowest magnification. So you have a reference point if you are taking a incredibly ridiculously long shot like Ton just did. I'm using ED glass in this thing, so it's exceptionally clear, color accurate. It's an exceptional piece of gear for the money. It's about a third of the cost of anything that really compares to in a quality standpoint.
Yeah, and was it the L5, L7? Which one was it?
MLX. Come down.
The MLX. Okay.
There you go.
This one. So I'm pulling this up for our visual audience, video audience here. So the MLX, and here's all the specs on it right here. So you guys can go to lucidoptics.com as we're talking about this and pull it up and check it out here.
Well, and better yet, it's available on Pyramyd Air.
That is true.
Oh, so you can buy it at Pyramyd Air.
Yep.
Now these will work on. Are these just for air guns, or are they designed for?
I have them on my centerfires too.
Yeah, I'm more of a centerfire company.
Okay.
I've just recently started putting glass on air guns, and it seems to work just fine.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you use the code TON at checkout at Pyramyd, you get a discount.
There you go. So I'm pulling this up. Is this the one, the 6 to 20?
That's the L5. You're in the second focal plane.
Oh, went to the wrong one.
Yep.
Oh, here's the reticle.
Like that?
Okay.
Yeah. That's just the reticle before the post. In the post, there's a bunch of reference points in it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little dots.
You see how the side post is open? The vertical post is open the same way, except it has dot lines for mil, half mil
Right.
increments.
Yep. A lot of technology in there. Ton.
It's actually quite useful.
There's
if
a
you
lot
know
of
how to
math
use it.
right here, Ton, that could be helpful.
Yeah, that I just needed all the marks.
He used them all.
Needed the marks in a tree. Very cool. So you guys do, I noticed that you do, you got red dots.
I do.
Dude,
You also do red
look
dots.
up the P8. Screw that.
That's
look
a
up the
prismatic.
P8.
You go right to the E7, HD7.
Go to the P8.
So
Ton,
go back to products.
We're going to get
We'll-
there. We're going to get there. We're going to go through all of them here. We're looking at all of them here. So the HD7, what's going on with this one?
So it is the probably the most robust multi-reticle sight on the market. Runs on a common AAA battery, built like a tank on purpose because folks like Ton can break a bowling ball.
I got that on my shotgun, my AR shotgun.
I'm one of those people too that I pretty much break everything I touch.
Yep.
And
I have that on the shotgun with my 50-round shotgun mag.
What's the which caliber is this calibrated for?
Oh, it's not caliber specific. Nothing that I do is caliber specific because you can't guarantee that it's going to go on that gun, right?
Yeah.
The second you do a caliber specific anything, you're wrong. So everything's based in either minutes or mils, and I use a measure and tape method for building my reticles.
Smart. Very smart. So
Now, this is a HDX with the M5 reticle, and this geometry specifically on the reticle is proven to be 30% faster than a standard dot.
Yeah. You got the standard head, shoulder to shoulder
Mm-hmm.
reticle there, and then you've got the pistol red
Yep,
dot.
it's a little Mo. It's a full size frame pistol optic.
Very nice. I like that. It's got a nice wide field of view there,
Field of view is everything in a red
It
dot
is.
that you're using fast acquisition on.
especially when you got cataracts and stigmatisms and all that kind of stuff going on.
You're blind as Ton, and you need all the help you can get.
Damn straight.
So what are we looking at here?
That's the M7. That's a compact red dot sight, modular mounting. You can run it low on a shotgun and or high up on an AR with nods.
Nice. Which one did I miss? I missed one somewhere.
He had the. He's not in the prismatics yet, Ton.
Killing me.
So I go here.
And you find prismatic. You missed E7, which was the new one.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But
Is
that
that
one
this
there.
one? Okay.
It's a brand new optic from us. It's gonna be
Oh, damn.
in the world's first reflex in blue.
Oh, wow.
You've seen red and green before, and
Yeah.
those coatings are easy to do. They're commonplace, but to do it in blue, there's a lot of science behind why blue. Blue is a better aiming point for a lot of reasons, and probably on another show we could get lost in the weeds on why that.
Okay. Yeah, that would be a good show.
Yep,
That would make
because
for a really
most
good show.
humans have red cones and green cones. Two most common colorblind. If you have blue, it's relaxing and most people can see it.
Yep.
All right. So now the prismatic.
Yes, this is my favorite.
Ton loves this sight. It's a 4 times magnified prism sight, modular mounting, runs on a common AAA. Has a proprietary reticle in it, and see that hole there at the 6 o'clock spot on the reticle?
The donut hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Ton thinks I like fat people, and I do.
Because it's a donut with a donut hole at 6 o'clock.
Correct.
If
It
you zero
manages-
at 50, your 10 yard is that donut hole.
Yes, it manages
Freaking
the
amazing.
mechanical offset. So once Ton learned how to shoot with that, he made some trick shots that are kind of impressive.
Only kind of.
Don't let him fool you. He wasn't
Kinda.
using the reticle. He was just closing his eyes and shooting.
He's been accused of doing that.
I did a ricochet off of steel into a Firebird target.
Okay, there's a prismatic. So what else we need to look at here?
And so you've been through the rifle scopes, you've been through the prismatics.
Weapons light.
Nope, weapons light. Go ahead.
Oh, you got a weapons light. Okay.
So
Dude,
We built this thing because we were
out.
tired of seeing the market take a regular flashlight and a rifle ring and adapt it to a firearm. This one's built for a firearm. It's low profile, 2 Cree LEDs, and it sports the perfect balance between bright and too bright. 300 lumens is all you really need, especially if you're working inside a house. You hit that white drywall, then you're the victim because you're blind.
Exactly. You can.
That's why I sent you the picture that's on my sub 2000.
When did you do that?
The day they sent me my sub 2000 back in my Glock configuration.
And then you've got some archery sights here.
We have a 5-pin archery sight, and I did this mostly as an answer to filling out the line for a trademark discussion. I don't have any real desire to be an archery company, but in order to own the aiming space underneath my name, I had to do this.
And tell us about it.
It's a 5-pin, fully adjustable archery sight. It has probably more adjustments than most guys are ever going to get into, but both forwards and backwards for angle adjust position through a peep sight, as well as 5 sights up and down. It's fiber optics illuminated, and it comes with a small light for illumination for low light work.
And the price point looks really nice too.
Yeah.
Especially for an archery sight. Jesus, that's nice.
180, yeah.
It's
With
simple.
all that.
It's clean.
I didn't look at your. You got binoculars. You got binos.
Dude,
Check out your
I do.
binos.
And that's in the optics world. That's where I cut my teeth working on binocular projects.
Yeah.
So 8 and 10 by 42s, a glass-bedded polymer frame, which is stronger than steel and more rigid than the magnesium frames, the way I have them engineered. But it makes them the lightest full-size binoculars on the market. The image quality is exceptional, though. That's the real thing.
What? Where are you getting your glass?
Out of Japan.
Okay. No, they make good glass in Japan, dude.
Yeah,
Seriously.
they make great glass in Japan out of Chinese material. But their quality control metrics are fantastic. You get exactly your stuff you spec'd out of Japan every time.
And you got a spotting scope? Get out of here. Here we go.
That's what
I want to talk about. This is what I need.
This little guy, it's got a 56 millimeter objective lens. It's about overall length. It's about 10 inches total with the angled eyepiece on it. But at 21 ounces, it is extremely packable. Your glass is only as good as the stuff you're going to take with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks extremely compact there. And the mounting system that you've got?
It's a standard camera Arca rail.
Okay, the Arca rail. Nice. I love that. That's like the perfect size.
And the image quality on it makes it really compete with the big behemoths.
And do you have...
We're
go ahead.
calling bullet holes in paper at 600 yards with it.
Do you have... you got a YouTube channel where people can go and you've got videos of this stuff? Or
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. I'm working on overhauling the content, but yeah, it's out there. Okay. It's Lucid HD7 on YouTube.
Gotcha. Let's see, magnifiers. What we got here?
So on the HD7 red dot site, we found out that astigmatism with the red is a thing.
Yes.
And you fix astigmatism from an optometrist with magnification in your lenses, right? So what we've done is taken a 2x magnifier, which is really, really not a bunch of magnification, but it does crisp up that astigmatism in most folks' eyes.
Yeah. Nice. And there was something else here I saw. Spotting scope, binoculars, rifle scopes, red dots, the archery. So I've got a crossbow.
Okay.
I'm using a crossbow.
So if you go back to rifle scopes and you look at the L7.
The L7.
If you don't do the P8, you should look at the L7, right? Our LBPO is probably one of my better achievements because 1 means none in the optics world.
Yeah.
You can open it both eyes and run it like a red dot with the right eye relief. That combined with the reticle is an MOA measuring tape, it gives you meaningful drops.
So you got a 1:6, second focal plane, 34 millimeter by 24. You got 30 millimeter mounting. Okay. 19 ounces. Nice.
Again, illuminated in blue, so when you do the low light work, it's really going to help you out.
Oh, it is blue. Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. I'm digging that too. Very cool. Yeah, I wasn't real familiar with your optics. I've heard Ton talk about them quite a bit, and I'm glad that you took the time to be on and give us a little history on these. But yeah, we definitely could do like a whole show on your optics here. I would love to do that.
We could do that
sometime. Definitely could do that. So, and they can get all these at Pyramyd Air?
Good cross section of it, yeah.
Okay. And do you sell them directly from your website?
Discount by using the code TON at checkout.
Here you go. Use the code TON at checkout at Pyramyd Air. Yeah, definitely. We like discounts here at the Leadhead Brigade. Definitely. So, anything else that we need to talk about on the world record shot there that Ton has made history with?
He wasn't horribly technical at it, but he did it.
There's no law or rule that says you have to be, right?
That's right.
That's true. It just makes it easier.
You just got to have witnesses.
Yeah, and if you have people that know math and can see where the projectile hits.
Yeah, you got awesome spotting scopes like Lucid Optics spotting scope. Do you have a name for that, or you just call it spotting scope?
It's the SC9.
SC9. Mm-hmm. What's the SC stand for?
Spotting scope number 9. It was the 9th one I did before I got it right.
Okay. Makes sense. And is everything that you do, Lucid Optics, you're in Wyoming, the whole manufacturing and everything? Gotcha. And how long has Lucid been in business?
We opened up in 2009.
What got you into optics?
Frustration. I was absolutely frustrated with the offerings on the market for red dot sights. I was competing in 3-gun locally, and there was a bunch of novelty class $99 and down stuff. And then there was a handful of the high-end military grade stuff, right? Yeah. There was nothing in the middle. In 2009, there was an absolute desert of nothing in the middle. So I designed the HD7 that solved pretty much every issue I had with a red dot sight. And it was kind of a weird. I ran on that one SKU for 3 years out of my garage.
Freaking 3-gunners, man.
Prima donnas.
Oh, yes, they are. And they love their gear.
Dude, 3-gun.
What have you got new in the works that you can talk about?
Well, the E7's about as new as it gets. It was introduced at Ballistic Summit. There is a MLX that's going to be more of a powerhouse in the precision rifle world that's coming in. And outside that, I've got a couple things that are going to be a lot of fun in the middle of next year, probably.
Give us a hint.
I'm looking at a switch optic.
Okay.
So it'll be a 1 to 4, not variable, but a switch.
Explain that to me.
You'll throw a lever and have 4 times magnified, or throw the lever and go back to 1 like a red dot.
Would it be like it when you're at the optometrist and he just drops that thing and then you're...
Very similar.
Camera 1, camera 2.
Instead of having
very similar. The Acclaim Spectre is the one that it's kind of set the world on that, but it's a 1 to 3.
The E-Clan?
Yep.
L-Can.
L-Can. Yeah.
Potato. But yes.
Marco loves those.
We're headed that direction from just a straight up prism. We've learned a few things with the mechanics and the space we have available, and I think it's achievable.
Very good. That sounds exciting. So you have to keep me in touch on that, and when you get ready to launch it, we'll talk about it here on the show.
All right.
Hey, Leadheads, Dwight Settle with Seal One. Just here to talk to you and tell you a little bit about our product. Seal One CLP Plus is a bio-based, non-toxic product. It comes in a paste, liquid, aerosol, and pre-saturated bore-specific patches called sealskins. They all do the same thing, just different methods of application. The best way to use our product is to start with a clean firearm. There's two reasons why I say that. First, you start with the Seal 1 CLP Plus by field stripping your firearm and covering the entire firearm inside and out, bore, barrel, everything with the Seal 1 CLP Plus. You'll see how easy it spreads around. You'll want to wait about 15 to 20 minutes. Then you come back and you want to wipe it all off. So you see how easy it is to put on and remove. And the second reason we say to use a clean firearm is you'll find that it's not clean. We're going to pull out more carbon that's been left behind with whatever product you've been using before. Okay, it takes about 3 cleanings, so I like to say a clean shoot, clean shoot, clean shoot, just normal usage before the Seal 1 CLP Plus has removed whatever product that you were using before and has seasoned the firearm. It's kind of like breaking in a cast iron skillet. And after that first cleaning, you will notice a difference. And with each successive cleaning, you will find that it gets easier and easier to clean. Seal 1 CLP Plus is a dry lubricant and is designed to work as such. You will find that malfunctions are virtually eliminated when used properly because the majority of all malfunctions are caused to carbon buildup. And with the Seal 1 CLP Plus, the carbon does not build up. Seal 1 CLP Plus is safe on all metals, plastics, composites, polymers, rubber, wood, and leather. Seal 1 CLP Plus is a one-and-done formulation. No other products are required or needed to clean and lubricate and protect your firearm. That's why we say Seal 1 and done. Seal 1 is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. Use the code LEADHEAD for a 25% off discount.
I dig it.
Did you get your email?
Oh, yeah, there you go, email. Let me check my email. While I'm looking for the email, Tyler, what's new and exciting with Pyramyd?
Well, there's all sorts of stuff, actually. We just rebranded a couple weeks ago, actually. So the Air in Pyramyd Air now stands for Adventures in Recreation, as we're going more outdoors. So kind of broadening our horizons a bit and going into some new areas, knives, camping gear, e-bikes. Like if you can do it outside, we're kind of entering into some of those territories, not losing any of our focus on air guns, but just expanding our horizons a bit. So that's cool. On the airgun front, actually, I'll show you. We just got in the latest Air Venturi Avenge X, which this is a completely modular rifle platform that starts at about $500. So you can get it with this wood stock you see here. You can get it with the tactical stock or a synthetic stock.
I like the wood, man. That's pretty. That looks gorgeous.
It's a good-looking gun. It's caliber interchangeable as well. You can change out this tube for a bottle if you want more air capacity. And it's all user adjustable, so you can do it all yourself for a relatively inexpensive price point. It starts at right around $500.
Okay,
it is the way to get into air guns and still have accuracy.
Yeah. We took it out to about 400 yards at the summit, actually, which was cool. Especially with pellets versus slugs says a lot, I think, in terms of reaching out and touching something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Tyler, you need to give him shit. He didn't show up to your Pyramyd Cup.
Nah, that's all right. Yeah, we just in August had our Pyramyd Air Cup. I think we talked about it last time I was on, and we had right around 200 competitors come out for 100-yard bench rest, our speed silhouette competition that we call the Gunslinger, and then field target as well. It was a lot of fun, really good time, and went really well for our first year back in a few years. So looking forward to doing it again in 2024.
And cool. I made the finals, and you weren't even there, bro.
That's true. He did. Yeah. Nobody was more in shock than I was.
I was eating Cheetos.
Are you ready?
Smoking a cigarette, eating Cheetos, having muffins, and drinking water and shooting flowers, and still made the finals.
Yes.
Doing all the things that you do so technically well, right?
He's a specimen, that Ton Jones.
All right.
Yeah, I finished building the gun.
I've got the video.
Yeah.
I've got the video here, so stand by. So set this up for us again, Jason.
So we had a Ballistic Summit, so we had all the writers and some of the media personalities have to compete in certain challenges, which forces them to put hands-on gear. and get a full flavor of what's going on. So I deemed Ton as media on this specific one because I just kind of wanted to see him shoot fast. I told him that he didn't have to run, but he chose to, like Ton does,
waddle,
pull all the stops out.
If you're going big, go all the way big.
And he went big.
All right, here we go. So for your viewing enjoyment, so you leadheads that aren't watching the video, go to the video and watch this.
So horrible.
Are you ready?
Yeah, and he gets the hero category for not quitting.
So he's bench rest shooting right now.
Yep.
Is that a AR-15?
Yep. From APF. Show clear.
You got your L5 on there? Is that what that was?
L7 and Little Mo were both on that.
Okay. Is this your red dot?
It's a prototype I'm doing for Infinity Arms.
Is that the pinkest gun there?
It is. And here we go. Notice he's smoking a cigarette. Yeah,
Are you smoking? He is smoking. Oh! He watch out! But he's up.
Now,
he's back
he's up. He's still moving.
He's running. He's got an anchor man.
And I think he did actually injure his foot on that deal.
Yep.
I think he hurt the ground.
That's exactly what I said.
What shotgun we using here?
I don't know what he had. It's his race.
It looks like
Sparks'
a
race gun.
Yeah. That little M7 on the top of it.
Nice.
And he's turned around and you all see he didn't drop his cigarette.
Yeah.
How'd you feel after? Are you lightheaded right there, Ton?
No, I actually my knee gave out because I've blown that knee out a couple times. And that's what gave out. My knee actually went out and I actually broke 2 toes.
Are you serious? You broke 2 toes?
Yeah.
He did.
That's a dedication, bro.
And my knee's out at this point. If you watch the way I'm walking, it's kind of flopping. I have to go and put my knee back in when I get to the front.
Oh, tell me you got a video of that.
I'm not sure we do.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
Gravity sucks.
I watched
Gravity
it.
sucks.
I get to the front and my knee is
through the entire stage.
subluxated. I pop it back in. Then we get back to the bunkhouse, and my foot is just turning purple.
I see it, eh?
I actually got back after the shot, and the doctor made me get an x-ray. It broke right behind the toes in 2 spots.
Who's videoing?
Me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
You're just waiting for him to pass out, aren't you?
Well, it's just I wanted to also do that because if he was going to run, I was having to as well.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Dude, you took one for the team. You took two broken toes for the team. Tom.
Well, I figured because there were some other people that were there that ran the course because it was timed. It was for a trophy. And what they were doing is they would take the hit points, they would take the negative because they didn't have to run. I was like, screw this, I'm a fat bastard. It's always funny when fat people run. It's like fat people on Segways and in small coats. Dude.
I want to know which shotgun that was. So our last AK corner was on AK pattern shotguns.
Yeah, that thing is...
That looked like more of a...
it's a race gun. It's a race...
Was it an AR style or an AK style?
No.
I couldn't tell.
It
looked like it might have been
its own thing.
A Malott. It looked like it might have been a Malott. Based off the Malott. I don't know. I couldn't tell. You were hiding it.
Just trying to say I'm fat?
No. So you're hiding it. Dissident Arms. You guys remember Dissident Arms?
Yes.
They make like the primo race shotguns, and they base it off the Ishmashes and the Malotts.
Yeah, that one. This one is ambidextrous charging. You can actually pull the pin, ambidextrous charging, bottom mag, and it's a really nice setup. It was a kind of a build of its own.
Yeah.
It was a really unique build.
Interesting. Well, very good. Great show, guys. I appreciate you taking the time being on. And congratulations to all of you, because you're all part of that world record shot. You know, it takes a team. It takes a team to do something
Hell
like
yeah,
that.
it does.
And I'm looking forward to being part of the next one.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Greg. Hey,
Get
that
me.
means when you get an invite, you actually got to show up for once instead of go hiding at the gym.
Well, I mean, you got to actually invite me.
Dude.
I actually got to get and he say, hey, you are invited to this.
Invited to Pyramyd Cup, invited to Summit, invited to Texas. I can't.
I had a legitimate reason this last time. I couldn't make it.
All 3 times?
Two. What, 3 times?
I invited you to come down to Texas on between the 5th and the 8th.
Yeah.
Can't do that one either, huh?
Because the wife was out of town. Is that when? Is that when it was?
Invited you when my wife was out of town, too. That's 4.
Wait, you say the one's coming up?
Yeah.
What's
October
coming up?
5th to the 8th.
What is that? Is that something we got
to fun shoot?
Something we shouldn't talk about on air?
Got a little fun shit we're going to have here. Something you can come out and play and destroy some shit.
All right, well, email it to me so I can put it on my thing, my calendar.
At talkingled@gmail.com, where everybody should send you a random picture while they're driving.
No.
Thank you.
So,
and by the way, I want to thank all the listeners for the random birthday pics that went to my manager. We did not tell them what was going on.
Did they get inundated?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It was great.
Nice. Did anybody send a dick pic?
At least a couple. And when they checked them, me and the boss over there did not tell them, the staff, that there was going to be pictures. We had the laugh of a lifetime.
That's hilarious. I love that.
So if you want to send any random pictures to Lefty, talkingled@gmail.com.
I get random pictures all the time. All the time. It's nonstop with these lead heads.
Ton in the header.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Again, Tyler, give Pyramyd Air's websites, social medias.
PyramydAir.com is our website. Come find us. And I believe Instagram, Facebook's just Pyramyd Air. PYRAMYDAIR.
Jason?
So lucidoptics.com, the website, and then lucid_optics at Instagram.
Okay. You guys got any deals or specials or sales going on right now? Codes?
You
Is there
can
a
use
ton code?
Promo code fall40 for our 40% fall sale.
Fall 40, you get 40% off anything?
Anything is in stock.
Holy shit. That's a big discount, dude. So 40%, and that's off your website.
That's correct.
Okay, good. That doesn't work at Pyramyd Air, so don't go there and try to
No,
use
but
the
Ton's code does. Ton, remind them what the code is one more time.
Use code TON at Pyramyd Air for $20 off your first $100.
And then the code for Lucid is
fall40.
Fall40. That's nice. I'm going to go use that. That's a huge discount. Very good. And then, of course, all our sponsors, go show them some love. Keltec. Go to keltecweapons.com. Use code LEADHEAD, 15% off. Lockdown for these awesome walls to store your firearms and your kit, your gear. And then they got all kinds of cool stuff for your safe, as long as it's not a Liberty safe. You can go to Lockdown, use code LEADHEAD, get 15% off there. Kraken cases for their pistol cases. Kraken. Rifle cases, eyeglass cases, iPro cases. They've got some new stuff, too. They've got some ammo cases now, too. So go check them out. Kraken cases. Talking Lead, 10% off. For Patriots, you want to be prepared, stay prepared. Not only just for your food, long-term food storage, but they've got generators, they've got flashlights there, they've got anything and everything that you need to be prepared when life doesn't go right. So go check them out at forpatriots.com. Use the code all caps LEADHEAD. Get 10% off your first purchase there. And, of course, Mission First Tactical, SEAL 1, use code LEADHEAD and get those respected discounts there as well. So, guys, I appreciate it again. Thank you for taking the time to be on. Look forward to having you back on, Jason. We got lots to talk about. And
Yes,
and Ton, wrap those knees next time, son. Your knees, you got to get wrapped up when you're going to do these competitions, man. You got to protect yourself.
I was never made to run. I was made to shoot.
You're made to put holes in stuff. So until the next episode, Leadheads, as always, keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer.
Boom.